Namaste, all of you. How are you all doing? Hope everything is good from your end. So, today I'm going to talk about change makers. So, let us see who are these change makers? What is this change about? How can we change the society? Whenever I usually write articles, whenever I'm free, I just think I'll write whatever comes into my mind, comes to my thoughts. And I always have this thought. What is this thought? What can a person do? It can be me or it can be you. What is our ability or what is our capability? What can a person do? I always get that thought. So when I've listed few, what we can do, we can bring conflicts between religions. We can make sure that two people will fight because of us. We can make sure that talk to people in a bad manner. We abuse them verbally. So we can do that. Sometimes we can even hit people till they bleed. We most of the times we see sometimes people fighting with each other. They will hit themselves in such a way that they will bleed like hell. So, and they can support unnecessary protests. We have that capability and ability to protest, and support unnecessary activities in our life. And also we can just waste our time. We can be lazy, we can just do some time pass, not understanding for what we are here. We can just do simply time pass. We need not to worry or think about anything. We can just pass our time. But what can we also do? Leave about all these things, conflicts, protests, etc., etc. What can we also do? We can also teach to the uneducated poor children who can't afford going to school. So there are so many people voluntarily teaching to poor children who are poor and cannot afford to go to school. Is it not? Have you met any such person? I have met. There are many people in my circle who do that. And I've also met few people who take care of cancer patients. We call it as palliative care. So most of the times children, the moment they get to know that their parents have got cancer or husband has got cancer or children, in the society today people think cancer may spread from one person to another, or sometimes because of financial burden it can be, or maybe they think that they have to spend more time with the patient. So family will not take care of them. The family will just send them to the hospital and every month they will pay hospital bills. I don't say no, but who is going to take care of them? Agree, doctors, nurses are there, but still there are few volunteers who go to this palliative care unit. They will take care of these cancer patients. They will talk with very kind hearted. I have met such people in my life. And also, we can initiate few marathons to protect this nature, to bring awareness in public. We do see, conducting rallies. Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, they conduct vegetarianism rallies once in a while. So, which means we can also do that, conducting rallies once in a while, marathons, to bring awareness over health, protecting environment in the public. And also, there is a one friend of mine who has finished BTech, a bachelor's in engineering, but has chosen to become an agriculturist. He has chosen farming, his dad's profession, and he takes care of their farm, agriculture. They do everything. They grow almost all the vegetables without pesticides, without chemicals. So he has chosen that path, to become a farmer, to become an agriculturist. Though his background is not that, sorry, he has chosen that. And also we can take care of old age people who are leading their life alone in ashrams. We do see few people, no, volunteers who spend time in old age homes. And we do see few people celebrating their birthdays in old age homes every year. Whenever they have some auspicious occasion, they go to old age home or they go to orphanage and they celebrate. So there's one more thing. There is something. There are so many organizations, and which I've come across is Robin Hood Army, where they will collect the food which has got wasted from that particular function. It can be marriage or any birthday party, and they will go and give it to the people who are in need. poor people. So wherever there is food left out, food wastage, they will take that food in their vehicles and they will give it to the deliver to the people, poor people, especially roadside poor people. So we all, you, me, including all of us, we have all got that beautiful capability, and we can change the world by we becoming kind doctors. Is it not? If the society is not filled with kind doctors, what will happen? If the doctor is not kind enough, compassionate enough, if he always starts yelling at the patients, literally speaking very rash or harsh towards the patient, will we be liking to go to him? Will we be getting good treatment in the society? No, definitely. So we need kind doctors. We need intelligent engineers. Is it not? There is metro construction happening everywhere. There are so many bridges construction happening. Imagine there is a big like lake or river and they construct a bridge there. Imagine if the engineer is not intelligent enough, what happens? The bridge may collapse anytime. Is it not? So we need intelligent engineers. Only then, wonderful creative constructions comes, and our world will become, India, especially from developing or developed to more developed. Is it not? We need intelligent engineers and we need patient agriculturists. Imagine if the agriculturist is not patient enough, what happens? He may add chemicals, pesticides to the farm, to the crop, and we end up eating that. So we need someone who patiently wait for the nature to cooperate with him, so that there won't be excess rain and there will be everything available in limited, so that his crop yield will be good at the end of the year. So we need patient agriculturists. We need compassionate teachers. Imagine if our social teacher, or if our math teacher would have always complained about you, would have not appreciated you, would have always scolded you. Were you studying, or were you able to become what you are today if we wouldn't have had compassionate teachers? So we need compassionate teachers. Only then we will learn, we will get that enthusiasm to learn new things. We will get a kind of interest towards studies. So we need compassionate teachers. We need truthful lawyers. Is it not? If the lawyer itself is not truthful, what happens at the end of the day? The one who didn't do crime will be put behind the bars. Is it not? The one who is supposed to be behind the bars will roam outside as if he didn't commit any crime. So we need truthful lawyers. We need truthful lawyers. We need compassionate teachers. We need patient agriculturists. We need intelligent engineers. We need kind doctors and many more. I didn't mention all the professions here, but basically we need someone who is kind, who is compassionate, who is having enough patience, who is truthful. Is it not? So when will all this happen? Who will make that change? Who should make that change? Or what is that change about? Why do we need that change? Have you ever thought about all these things anytime? Is it not? We need so many people to bring a great change in our society. Is it not? As I've mentioned, few, a good quality in a person, only then he will be able to bring a change in the society. What is the change about? Why do we need that change? And who will bring that change? Have you ever thought about it anytime? Yes, to all these unanswered questions, the only answer which I can give you is the change is within us. And the change should start from within us. And the change should be brought by us. Nobody else will do that. It is you who should make the change. It is you who should bring the change. It is you who should change. Yeah, you can ask me, why do we actually need change? Is nothing but to become a better version of ourselves. Nothing. Most of the times we compare ourselves with others. We'll be like, why is he like that? Why am I not able to become like her? Why am I not able to sing like her? No, I'm a very good dancer, but still I'll be wondering, why am I not able to sing like that particular person? I'm a good paintist, painter by profession. But the moment I look at someone who is, who has own white apron and a stethoscope, I'll be like, why didn't I become doctor? So I'm not satisfied with what I am. I'll be always seeing outside and I'll be always wondering, why am I not like her? Why am I not like him? Why is he like that? Why is he not like this? Why am I not able to be like him? Why am I not able to be like her? What's wrong with me? Is something wrong with me? What should happen? What, why? But we will never, compare ourselves with what we were yesterday to what we are today. I've come, my father, we shifted when I was 10 years old. We shifted from a small village in Andhra Pradesh called Akividu, West Godavari district, to a Bengaluru city when I was 10 years old. Maybe, 17, 18 years back, Telugu was the communication language in schools also. So I wasn't that fluent in English. Of course, even today, I may not be that fluent in English. I don't mind accepting that. So, but still, when I have come to a new place, learning English, learning a new language that is Kannada, was a very tough challenge. But I took it as a challenge and I have learned. Instead of taking it as a challenge and learning, what if I would have kept on thinking, oh, that person is speaking beautiful English, when will I be able to speak? Until and unless I learn and I start speaking, how will I be able to speak good English? Is it not? But most of the times we will remain in the second question only. Oh wow, he is speaking beautiful English. When will I be able to speak that English? So we will end up with this two only. We will not be trying to learn and implement. That is what we should do. Instead of thinking about why they are like that, how they are like that, instead, if we start learning and implementing, we may be, first of all, why should we even become like them? That's a secondary point. So, learning and implementing is very important. So, understanding this is very much important. Comparing ourselves, comparing myself with what I was yesterday to what I am today to what am I going to become tomorrow is what actually should be done. But what do we do? Comparing ourselves with someone who is not even related to us in any manner. They will be in a different phase of life. They will be in a different career in their life. They are in their own world. But we compare ourselves with them and we worry. We get panicked. We everything will happen. All the negative possible emotions will happen. But what is very, 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 very important? Comparing myself with what I was yesterday to what I am today to what am I going to become tomorrow. I've got so many questions to ask all of you. You can just put it in chat box once you listen to this video. First question, are you working upon yourself? As I've said, for example, I knew, are you listing down your strengths and your weaknesses and working on your weaknesses? Not all of us are perfect. We need not to be perfect all the time. We need not to be wow all the time. But what if you are very sure that you are weak in that aspect and not able to learn on it and not able to work upon it? Is it not your mistake? Is not something your responsibility to learn and grow up in life? Who should come and tell you? So, are you working upon yourself? Is my first question. If not, start working from today. List down your weaknesses, list down your strengths, work more upon your weaknesses, and keep your strengths as a positive point and grow in life. That is first thing. Second one, are you trying to become a better version of yourself? If you don't have money today, that's not a mistake. But if you don't have the money or tomorrow, that's your mistake. I feel like that. Money is one type of energy, talking is another form of energy. Everything we have is an energy. It is not that we don't need anything. We do need everything. We do need money, we do need education, we do need everything. We do need knowledge. But most of the times people escape by saying, I don't have that, so I didn't do this. But you and me have got the talent to get back whatever we have lost. Are you working upon that? Are you trying to become the better version of yourself or not? Yesterday, for example, for a first standard child, 2 table is something which he will get. But at the age of 15, if we ask them the table, 16th table or 40th table, he should be able to say that, is it not? He can't say, I didn't read, I don't know. That's something he didn't work upon himself, because at the age of 5, it's a reasonable answer. If he doesn't know the 40th table, it's okay. But at the age of 16, if he still doesn't know, whose mistake is that? Which means he didn't try to become a better version of himself actually. He kept on only comparing himself with others and always worried and wasted his time, but he didn't work on himself to become a better version of himself. Third question, are you listening to yourself? Yes, your body speaks to you, in all the ways. It will try to always convey you one or the other thing, definitely. For example, we have something called intuition. How many of you will listen to yourself? A kind of gut feeling. In normal terms, we say, no, something, my feeling says that I'm not supposed to do this, but still we do that. Not listening to ourselves, what our body is trying to say, or what our mind or heart is trying to convey us, we will not listen to our heart. Bodily needs, I will be yawning, my body will try to get send some signal to me, oh please take rest, Prasanna, I'm tired, from morning you are sitting in front of laptop talking to people, I keep yawning, but still I will be yawning and drinking a coffee and continue my work instead of sleeping. Yawning is what, one way of body communicating with us, asking us to rest, asking us to sleep, is it not? Hunger is what, another way of communication. Our body is trying to communicate to us, saying, please eat something, I'm hungry. But we forget that and we will not care. Thirst is what, another way of communication. Body needs water, it's going to get dehydrated, so we need to drink water. But how many of we drink water whenever we are thirsty? Do we even listen to that body need? Are you listening to yourself, is third question. Because every day, I already said this point, so every day morning we will have few tasks. By the end of the day, are you able to do all that? Which means you are not listening to yourself. If you are not doing whatever you have written in your notice board, which means you are not listening to yourself. Fourth question, are you able to enjoy your presence today? If I don't give you laptop, mobile, and I ask you to sit in, just amidst of four walls in a room locked, will you be able to be happy, or will you be worrying and crying? If you are worrying and crying, which means you are not enjoying your presence. If you are very happy without mobile, laptop, with nothing, with nobody around you, which means you are actually enjoying your presence. Most of the times we think we must be surrounded with people around, only then I will be happy. First of all, you should be happy with yourself, is it not? In your own presence, you should be able to appreciate your presence. How many of you are able to enjoy your presence? Answer me. Are you trying to become your friend? First of all, are you trying to know what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you dislike, and are you working upon that? Are you aware of your thoughts which you think, or are you thinking for the sake of thinking? Now, we'll be getting angry thoughts, negative thoughts, disastrous thoughts, sometimes jealousy thoughts, comparison, judgmental thoughts. So are you working upon it? Are you, whenever you are thinking, are you thinking with awareness? Whenever you get some bad thought, are you able to tell yourself, oh Prasanna, I think somewhere you are going wrong, please stop thinking? I say to myself that sometimes. Are you doing that? Are you aware of your thoughts? Are you aware of your words you utter? Imagine if I come to you suddenly, all of a sudden, one day, and say, you're the most stupidest person I've ever met in my life. How do you feel? Will you feel happy or will you feel bad? How do you feel? I don't know about you, but someone all of a sudden comes to me and says, Prasanna, you're the most stupidest person in this world. I do feel bad. I may worry a lot. Which means what? A person's words have got impact on me, a negative impact on me. His bad words have got some negative impact on me. Which means your bad words will have some impact, some negative impact on the society you are living in. Which means imagine how beautifully your words actually should be, and how bad sometimes you will utter your words. Harsh words, angry words, jealousy words, filled with jealous, filled with aggressiveness. We shout at people, is it not? So your words have got some impact on the society, have got impact on the people around you. Imagine how beautiful your words should be, but are you aware of your words? Last one, are you aware of your foods you eat, or are you eating just for the sake of eating to fill the tummy? What are you eating? Are you eating fruits and vegetables, or are you eating, a cut animal, a died animal? Are you eating flesh, or are you eating fruit and vegetable? So what you eat matters. How you eat matters. Are you doing it mindfully? Are you doing with awareness? Are you eating only when you are hungry? So this session is all about only questions. I will not be talking anything. You just ask yourself. Whatever I'm asking, ask to yourself. Are you eating with hungry, or are you eating just because you felt like to eat? Are you a dustbin to eat whenever you want? So are you eating with awareness? Are you thinking with awareness? Are you speaking with awareness? Are you acting with awareness? I see people, they eat lace, para, they will eat. They will throw that packet on the road while they are walking on the road. Such a beautiful street it will be. This person will throw that lace packet, chips packet on the road. What kind of act is it? He'll be eating some tobacco, or they'll be chewing some pan or some masala. They will just spit it on the road. They will smoke. They will just throw that cigarette on the road. So what kind of activity it is? What kind of action it is? Will you agree if I say your actions matters to the environment, to the society, to the people around you, to yourself? Your actions matters. How are you going to act? For example, during this corona, during this pandemic, there are so many people who are donating money for the poor, who are giving shelter to those who have struggled with floods. So many places in India floods are happening now, so few people are giving shelter to them. Now few people are donating blood to people. So all these are what? Good acts, is it not? Positive acts. The same person can also kill people, can hit people, can talk bad about people, can spoil the environment. The same person can do. And you and me are included in that persons. So how are your actions? Observe from today. Observe your actions. Are they towards positive side or negative side? Are they towards construction or are they towards destruction? Yes. How are they filled? How are your thoughts filled? How are your actions filled? How are your words filled? Is it with friendship and kindness or anger and hatredness? How is your mind filled? Tell me. How is your mind filled? Is it filled with friendship and kindness or empathy or compassion, or is it filled with anger and hatredness? Is it filled with comparison? Is it filled with being judgmental? Is it filled with jealousy? Is it filled with fear? Or how is it filled? Is it filled with love? Is it filled with kindness? Or is it filled with patience? Answer to yourself. Are you leading this life with awareness and acceptance, or are you leading it for the sake of living it? Are you aware? Are you accepting? Are you able to accept about your life without any worry, without any fear for tomorrow, without any second thought? Are you happy? Are you cool? Are you calm? Or are you worried? Are you scared? How are you filled with? Answer to yourself. Not to me, answer to yourself. How are you filled? I don't want answers, but just answer yourself. How are your actions filled? How are your thoughts filled? How are your words filled? And if you ask me, why is this change needed within me? Why should I keep my actions positive? Why should I keep my thoughts positive? Why should I act compassionate? Why should I act kind? Why should I think kind? Or why should I think positive? Or why should I utter my word in a loving manner? If you ask me why, I have an answer. I have an answer. So how can you change this world if you can't change your own self? We do hear people saying, I can change my world just like this. I will do that tomorrow to this world. I will do that to my India. I will do this to my family. They will be very strong. I'm not commenting on them. But if you can't change your own self, how can you change your family? How can you change this society? How can you change this country? How can you change this world? If you can't change your own self, if you can't change your own actions, thoughts, and words, how can you talk about friendship if you are not able to be friendly with your own self? You are hurting yourself by not eating at time, by not sleeping at time, by not giving good food to the body, by thinking unnecessarily. Unnecessary thoughts leads to stress. Stress again leads to so many diseases. you are not able to be friendly with your own body, with your own mind, how can you be in friendship with somebody else? How can you even talk about friendship? Your own mind is filled with conflicts. Your own mind is filled with negative thoughts. How can you talk about peace? How can you talk about world peace? Today, nations are fighting, states are fighting, even in houses, couples are fighting. Why is it happening? Because there is no peace within. How can we find peace outside with us? When there is no peace within me, how can I find peace outside me? That's why change should start within you. You should become peaceful first. You should be able to be friendly with yourself first. Only when you find peace within you, you will be able to find peace everywhere outside. How can you talk about being happy when you are not able to be happy with your own self? You will need mobile, you will need someone to entertain me, you will need a movie to entertain you, or you will need a person to entertain you. Then how come you are not happy with your own self? So how can you be happy with others, or how can you change this world if you are not happy with your own self? So, oh my dear beautiful, beautiful, beautiful friend, make yourself your friend first. That's very important. Make yourself your friend. Don't search anything outside you. Everything is within us. Everything lies within us. There is love within us. There is compassion within us. There is friendship within us. And that change should happen within us. The moment you start changing, you will find all that within you. No, we are all actually very true, beautiful beings. We are all pure souls, but we are trying to go against our nature, and we are all turning to become negative. We are all turning to become violent, aggressive. We are not able to be with patience. We are actually, all of us are equally potential souls. We are all very true beings, but the situations outside are making you go towards negativity. That's the reason the change is inside. So let us go inside, inwards, inwards, not outside. We can change this world with our thoughts, is it not? Teaching meditation is such a beautiful thought. A great person have got that thought. Spreading vegetarianism is such a beautiful thought. Another person have got that thought. Is it not? Such a great thought. Feeding to the poor, taking care of the old people, such a great thought. You and me can also have that thought. Such a great thought, and we can change this world with your own thought. Only you can change. You can change this world with your ideology. Is it not? Great ideas. You can change this world with your actions. Next time when you go out, don't buy plastic. If you are buying plastic, at least don't throw it on the street just like that. That's one of the changed action which you can make in your life to change this world, to bring a small change in this universe. Is it not? So who can bring the change? Who can make the change? Only you. How can you make? With your changed actions, with your changed thoughts, with your changed ideologies. Is it not? So we all have that capability to bring a peaceful, happy and healthy nation. Not only youth, but everyone, all of us have got the capability to bring a peaceful, happy, healthy nation. But firstly, you should be at peace with yourself. You should be happy with yourself, and you should be healthy first. Only then you can bring a healthier nation. How do we want our people to be? How do you want yourself to be? Consider yourself to be youth. How do you want yourself to be? Energetic and positive, enthusiastic and kind, helping and compassionate? Or how do you want yourself to be? Violent and aggressive, intolerant and impatient, rude and unhealthy? Leave about yourself. Talk about me. How do you want myself to be towards you? How will you like me? Tell me. If I am rude towards you, will you like me? If I am aggressive towards you, will you like me? If I am impatient towards you, will you like me? You will not like me. You will start hating me. You will not consider me at all. Is it not? Which means if you are not liking me to be all this, how can you be all this? How can you be aggressive? How can you be violent? How can you be rude if you don't like me to be? Simple, is it not? Always be in such a manner how you want others to be with you. Got my point? Be in such a manner like how you want others to be towards you. So, how do you want others to be towards you? You want others to be towards you in a positive manner, in a kind manner, in a helping manner, in a compassionate way. Is it not? So, you be the same. That's all. It's simple. It's very simple. So, you be energetic, you be positive from today, you be enthusiastic, you be kind, you be compassionate, let you be helping. Is it not? So, how to form the society in a better manner? What is the role of us here? So, we need a harmonious mind. If the mind is not in harmony, how can we create a peaceful nation? How can we create a happier nation? How can we create a healthier nation if I am not at peace with myself, if my mind is not in harmony? So we all need a harmonious minds, is it not? So how to create those harmonious minds? How can we create harmony in our mind? Yes, yoga and meditation will help you to create a harmonious mind. You will become, you will start becoming friendly with yourself. You will start introspecting yourself. Only when you know yourself, you will be able to introspect yourself, is it not? First of all, you should give some time to yourself. Spend some time to yourself every day. Then you will get to know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses. Then you will try to introspect yourself. The moment you introspect yourself, you will start implementing it, and whatever you implement gets manifested into the reality. So how will you spend your time with yourself? By closing your eyes, by meditating, by observing your breath. Trust me, from today, let us all do this. Let us all spend some time with ourselves. Let us all practice yoga and meditation every day. Understand ourselves, introspect ourselves, know ourselves, and let us implement our, whatever changes we want to make in our lives. And once we start implementing them, we will be seeing the manifestation in the outer world, in our society, in our universe, in the world. Yes, most of the times people talk, we should bring that change, we should bring this change. Why is that politician behaving like that? The whole state is in that politician's hands. I don't believe in all that. The whole world is actually in your own hands, in your own heart. You can actually change our world. I can change this world. But how? Can we change this world with aggressive state of being? Can I change this world with impatient state of being? Can I change this world if I am jealous towards everyone? No. You have to be kind with everyone. You have to be compassionate. So first, before being compassionate or kind with anybody else, let us be kind with ourselves. Let us all take a oath, right palm on your chest, and say to yourself, I'm going to be, I am kind to myself. I'm compassionate to myself. I love myself. I do introspect myself. I do spend some time with myself by closing my eyes, observing my breath. Yes, that's the solution. Let us all bring the change. Let us all make the change. But let that change begin from you and me and you, not anybody else. Let that change begin from me. Let that change begin from you. And definitely we can bring a better society, a healthier society, a happier society, a peaceful society. Yes, do meditate every day. Do spend some time with yourself. Thank you. Namaste.